Hey, welcome back everyone. How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I know I promised that I was going to do my next video, Mass Effect PC Dolby Vision. However, Dolby Vision wasn't working properly on Mass Effect. It's not my PC, it's not my television. It's something to do with EA, Electronic Arts, and developers of the game. Or it could be the NVIDIA drivers, because I did test other games and they seem to work fine with HDR. So it's something to do with Mass Effect, BioWare. They're having some... They probably need a patch or something for NVIDIA drivers. I think that's probably what's going on. That's why I didn't do it. On this video, we'll talk about a little bit on Forza Motorsport 7 and Xbox One X version. And then we'll also talk about the specs that the PC version will require in order for you to run native 4K and HDR and all that. But first, let's look at this trailer. This is a native 4K trailer. It's not HDR. It doesn't have HDR. It's only a native 4K, but that's pretty good for what we're going to be seeing here. And let's go ahead and let's check it out. You all seen this video, but I'm going to play it anyway on this TCL 55 P605 Roku TV television. And I think people should be very happy with what they're seeing here on this footage. This is all in-game 4K footage. This is not some CGI video that's put together. No, this is all in-game engine in native 4K 60 frames per second with HDR. And I think this should be a testament to a lot of people out there on what this console can do. At the moment, I don't think there's any other console more powerful than what you're going to be seeing with the Xbox One X. And this is why I pre-ordered the Project Scorpio edition. This is all in-game, and it even says right here, all in-game 4K footage, and it just looks remarkable. Here, maybe I can pause it a little bit. Hold on. Let's examine this video a little bit while we're doing this. Look at this, for example. Look at all this detail. This is all in-game. This is a native 4K. Look at all of this detail that's in the game. Look at the windshield. And look at the raindrops on this windshield. That's pretty remarkable, man. And look at right here too as well. You can even see inside. This is the effect of HDR. Obviously, when the HDR gets turned on with this game, you will see all of this, like the overshadowing, the brightness, the detail. Right now, people remember on E3 show in June when I said people right now, they can't grasp on what's coming till they actually see it. Wait till November 7th when you actually open the box and you get the Xbox One X and you get so excited and you plug it in and you turn this on and you have Forza 7 right away. The first thing that's going to hit you is the level of detail and fluidity, especially from people who never, from gamers who never tried 4K and they were just playing Xbox One S with a little bit of HDR and 900p and 1080p upscale to 4K. From upscale to 4K, it's okay, but once you truly step into the native 4K HDR with high fidelity of DirectX 12 graphical enhancement, then you truly are going to appreciate, oh my God. Let's examine this video a little bit more. And even here, look at look at the amount of detail on the clouds and everything you get to see. I can see that the textures are a little bit, I would say medium. Looking at the texture, I would say they're medium, but that's fine because they want to keep that constant 60 frames per second. So that's why they're leaving the textures medium on the asphalt, right? And look at right here. Here's another great example. Let me get my low light. Let me get this a little bit adjusted here. Here, I'm trying to adjust my low light so you guys can see this detail a little bit better. Look, even here, for example, look at the detail, the graphical detail enhancement on the wheel. You can feel that leather, okay? And look at this. Look at in the distance. Look at the clouds. Even the palm trees. There's barely any jeggingness. There's no jeggingness in the palm trees. The anti-lacing here, it's working perfectly. All right, let's continue. Hold on. And even here you can see, hold on, like on the tires and on the body decal of this vehicle, of this formula, whatever it is, you can see just how shiny and detailed it looks. And here's another great example right here. This will shine on HDR. Like, look at this detail right here. This is going to shine like perfectly on HDR. This is native 4K. Like what you're seeing right now, it's in native 4K. All right. I'm showing you this in a native 4K, as you can see right here. It is a native 4K. It's not HDR, but it's a native 4K. I was looking for an HDR footage. I couldn't find it. I think Digital Foundry might have it. I'm not sure. But you have to be subscribed to them. You have to pay a monthly fee in order to see that. And you have to download it. Like they let you download direct source so you can view it. But I mean, I get the idea, man. I mean, just looking at this, it gives you an idea like what to expect. And look at this detail here, like on the cars. Look at that car, those two right here. The amount of reflection, the HDR here will be popping, man, big time. Especially if you have a C7 OLED or A1 OLED. It's just gonna look fantastic. And even here, like you can see the benefit. The reason they put these scenes together like this from the actual footage of the game, is because they want you to see just how much the HDR and native 4K is going to play a role here, especially on this right here. All right, let's examine some more. And even here, like here's a good example right here. Like this looks fantastic. Hold on. This is inside the helmet of this car, and just look at the level of detail. And then even here, hold on, let me adjust this a little bit better. Here, I'll even move the camera away so you guys can see a little bit better, like this here. I'll even do it like this. I'll move it away from the camera so you guys can see it a little bit better, like right here. And here's another great example right here. Hold on. This is another great example right here. Let me move it away from the TV. Just look at that level of detail you'll be seeing, man. It's just ridiculous. All right, so let's go back from the beginning of the trailer. I want to show you something. Here, this is where I wanted to show you. Let me get my camera closer, like very close. Like here's where I wanted to show you. Just look at this level of detail here. And of course, with HDR, this is going to look even more better. Now, I do notice that they probably have graphics to medium to high, medium to high, medium, medium, medium to high. They have graphics medium to high to balance, to keep that steady 60 FPS and 84K with HDR, obviously. And it's going to be interesting to see how well the PC version is going to stack up with Xbox One X. And honestly, it's not going to be that much of a drastic difference, honestly, I don't believe. I think the only difference we will notice on the PC version is that the you'll be able to run it at more higher graphical fidelity, like ultra settings. And look at this, like this is another great example of detail here. Hold on. Just look at this level of detail here. It's just simply bananas. And obviously, I'm not doing it justice here. This is going to look even more crazier once you actually have a direct source from your console to your TV with HDR rendering and 84K 60 frames per second. I mean, this game alone, I would say, so when people say that there is no games on launch, there you go. You're getting a perfect demo to show off right out of the box, to show off your Xbox One X console. And this game, it's perfect demo to show off not just your Xbox One X, but also to show off your TV as well. Hold on. Wait. There's the one scene I missed. I want to show you guys really quick. It just looks insane here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This right here, I mean, just look at this. Look at the amount of detail where it says Sky Active Technology. You guys have no idea how mind-boggling this is going to look on your TV, especially if you have like a really good TV. Let's say you got a Z90. Oh, with that Xbox One X, you're just gonna be in heaven, man. And then if you have a C7 OLED, or if you have an A1 OLED, or even with the Samsung KS8000 with that 1000 peak brightness nits and the quantum dot technology, you know, this thing will just pop. The HDR will just pop out of the screen, man. Just look at this. Look at this detail here, man. It's just mind-boggling. Simply mind-boggling. And this is all in-game. In-game graphics. It says right here, all in-game 4K footage. Let's move out a little bit like this, so you guys can see a little bit better. Arrow like this. How about that? The reason I zoom in, because sometimes it's hard for you to see the detail when I'm away from the panel. You know what I mean? So like this is the only way I can like show you that detail, and it just looks ridiculous, man. Here's another good one right here. Just look at the detail right here. I mean, it's just, it looks ridiculous. And even here, you can see it clearly. Even right here, it's just the level of detail that I'm seeing. I know this is a compressed source that's streamed on native 4K, even though it's a compressed native 4K. Now imagine this on a true direct source from your console onto your TV, and just imagine how bananas this is going to look, and coconuts, you know. Look at this. Truly remarkable. Yeah, without a doubt. And of course, even here, you know, the detail on the characters, on their helmets. Everything is just what you expect from this console to do. And look at this, like here's a great example right here as well. I think we'll get it. I think we get the point. Obviously, this is a very powerful console at the moment. And obviously this video is not doing it justice. The justice will be done on November 7th. You'll be able to see it. Everyone will be able to see it. And then you're going to say, wow, wow. Mr. 4K was right all this time. Alright, so before I end this video, let's talk about the PC specs and what the PC specs will require for you to run this game. So I'm going to switch to the Forza Hub and we're going to go read the specs. Alright, so here we are on a Forza 7 Hub, and I'm going to read you guys the necessary specs needed for you just to start this game on the PC via DirectX 12. Alright, so here it is. It says right here, the Forza 7 has a broad range of PC setups. Forza Motorsport 7 was designed to run smoothly across a wide range of Windows 10 PCs and performance settings. Not only have we lowered our minimum specification to i5 750 processor, we also reduced our recommended specification while still having the game run at a rock-solid 60 frames per second. Even gamers with a Surface Book 4 or other budget-friendly gaming PCs can play the game. So that's pretty good. So they're really trying to give everyone a chance to experience Forza 7 from broad ranges of different specs. And we can see that right here, if you look at on the right corner, on the right side, where it says Intel CPU, we see i5 750 2.67 gigahertz running at the lower resolution at 30 frames per second. Then we see recommended 1080p 60 FPS running at the i5 4460 3.2 gigahertz at the GTX 670 and GTX 1050 at 60 frames per second on 1080p. And then we go down here to the ideal Ultra 4K. We see it says i7 6700 6th generation i7 at 4 gigahertz and Ryzen 7 with GTX 1080. Obviously, GTX 1080 is going to be ideal for you to achieve 60 FPS, but I believe that I should be able, even with my 7th generation 7700K processor, I should be able, with 1070 and 16 gigs of RAM, I should be able to reach 50, 58. I think I'll be able to reach 50, 52, 53, 53 frames per second, but it'll be interesting to see what I'll be able to do. I might have to lower some settings, medium to high, but it'll be interesting to see what I'll be able to do. So these are the specs. Again, you know, if you want to have the, if you want to experience 4K, this is what you're going to have. And here's the interesting thing. This is where I want to talk about. This is why Xbox One X is a better solution. For $500, not only do you get an excellent 4K machine that does 4K Blu-rays, 4K streaming, 4K gaming, 4K DVR recording, etc., but at the same time, for you to achieve this on a PC, GTX 1080, it's over $500. Cost more than the Xbox One X, just one single GPU. Then you got the i7 6700 processor. It's going to cost you another $350. So right there, that's $900, okay? On top of the monitor, I mean, on top of the other stuff, you have to put the memory, RAM, and whatnot. So right there, you're looking over like a $1,500 just to enjoy this versus the $500 on the Xbox One X. And you'll be getting pretty much the same native 4K experience. Alright, so there you have it. This was a video I wanted to dedicate to Forza 7, give you guys my thoughts and just in general why I always supported Xbox One X and why I pre-ordered the Xbox One X Project Scorpio edition from the minute they announced it. I got that Project Scorpio edition, and people ask me why did you get Project Scorpio edition, because it's a collector's item. It's a launch edition. It's very limited, and in the future with the launch editions, all of the launch edition consoles, special launch edition consoles, it will have a value, a huge value down the road for you to sell it for a higher price on eBay. Okay, so that's the reason why I got it. And honestly, I cannot wait to... Somebody asked me yesterday if I get it early, but here's the thing. You know, YouTube has so many different types of policies with their advertisers and you know, YouTube heroes, etc., etc. It's really now they're like in total full control on what you can actually do and what you can't do on YouTube in terms of uploading videos. However, if I get it early, I will contact Microsoft. I will contact them and I'll wait for their reply. If Microsoft says you have a green light to do it, I will do it. If Microsoft says there's an embargo, you cannot do it, you have to wait on Tuesday the 7th, I'll do it on Tuesday the 7th. Okay? The video will be up and running early morning. You guys will see it. Okay? So, I have to go by those standards, you know, I mean, so that's the bottom line. Anyway, there you have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, though. Take care.